Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. I'd like to welcome you aboard flight number 427 to Coffee City. Doors are closed and we are doing our final preparations for departure. As we begin taxiing, our flight attendants will go over the safety procedures for the aircraft. During the flight, please keep your seatbelts fastened until the light is turned off. Winds aloft should provide us with a rather short trip. In the meantime, please enjoy the in-flight movie, and I'd like to thank you for flying Coffee House Airways. We will be in the air shortly.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Coffee House Lunchtime Live. I hope you guys are having a great day. It's Tuesday, and we are going to do something a little bit different today. So I am pretty excited about the little Aerolite 103. As silly as that sounds, I'm pretty excited about it. This is Ultralights or something I got to learn to fly in. I got about 18, 20 hours, something like that, in a QuickSilver MXL 2. And so when the Aerolite came into the store a few weeks ago, I was like, oh, guys, I got to have that. So I bought it, and I flew last night after stream was over till like 3 o'clock in the morning, just floating around above the treetops. So I have picked, down in the area where we used to live, I've picked a few of the little small airports I used to fly the Taylorcraft around and land at. So I'm just going to hop around on lunchtime for my lunch break and fly around to some of these different little airports above the trees in the little Ultralight. It's kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna dive right in. I hope you guys are having a great day. If anyone is here, hit me up, let me know. Let's get right into some Ultralight flying. Oh boy, it's wanting to take off already, guys. We got to get it daytime though, because I am not flying this thing around at night. I don't even know if that's legal. Alright, that is really, really loud. There we go. Alright, let's check this thing out. These are basically kites with motors, guys. Pretty stinking fun. It's like a motorcycle with wings. That is what the heck I'm talking about. All right, well, we're going to take off to the south out of the airport I learned to fly in. And make sure our flaps are up. Let's get a good view here so we can see what's happening. Let's do this. Let's go putz around in an ultralight today. So, when I got to fly these in real life, not gonna lie, it was literally like an office chair with wings, guys. That's the best way that I can describe flying in an ultralight. You're literally flying in an office chair. It is the coolest stinking thing. Accumulate 50 hours of flight time in a single pilot profile. Check that out, guys. Moving on up. So when you're flying around in an ultralight, you can literally... I don't have a retractable gear. You can literally just float above the treetops. Always looking for places to land, though, because you never know when a little Rotax 2 cycle is going to go kaput on you. You know what I'm saying? One of the most inexpensive ways to get into flying is in an ultralight. And also paramotors. The powered parachutes are also really, really... are really inexpensive as well. So this airport over here, we used to keep the tri-pacer at this airport. It has a paved runway. So it was a little nicer to fly out of this airport with the tri-pacer. So, hey, what's up, Rick Dale? How's it going? Thanks for liking the stream. We're floating around in a kite with a motor today. Little ultralight aircraft. I got about 20 hours in one of those in real life. And they're basically just a motorcycle with wings. So fun to fly. You don't go anywhere real fast, that's for sure. About 50 miles an hour is about the most you get out of one of these little guys. But it's just fun. If you like to have your feet off the ground, you know, you just pop into the air and float around and look at stuff. All right. And then you can even have like a little handheld radio if you still want to announce yourself to traffic to some of the smaller airports that you're going to. Is there, if anyone's watching, I'm not registering any audio to my stream. Are you guys able to hear the airplane sounds or only hearing me? Let me know in the chats if you'd be so kind. Oh, Rick, it's super fun, dude. I flew one of these for... Do you need a license to fly this in real life? No. Any 103 aircraft is no regulations at all. So it is advisable to have training. But you do not have to have no audio. Of course. I wonder why that's happening. I'm going to flip my soundboard off and flip it back on and see if that does the trick. We'll land here at Miller Airport. I don't hear any game sounds. Okay. We'll get that handled. But yeah, you do not have to have a license to fly these per se, but I do recommend getting some training in one. These do fly a lot differently, I would say. Okay, maybe not a lot differently, but they have some characteristics that are a lot different than real airplanes. So if you don't understand the characteristics of one of these, you could get yourself into trouble real quick. Look at that buttered bread landing, guys. Oh my goodness. All right, let's pull off to the side of the runway here. Hey, what's up, Rudiger? Doing some ultralight flying today. Although I don't have any game sound, so we're going to fix that here momentarily. All right, I'm going to flip the soundboard off and hopefully get some sound in my game here. I don't know why that would have happened. I'm hoping I don't have to do a full reboot of everything. That would be unfortunate. Let's see here. Hey, Jeremiah with 10 stars. Thanks so much, dude. Hope you're having a good day today, man. There we go. Now we got some game sounds. Can you guys hear the airplane engine now? Hey, what's up, Bob McCarthy? Thanks for the like. Stars for JT. Thanks, Rudiger. I appreciate you putting that in there for me. Can you guys hear the sounds now? I think. Hey, Hypebot, what's up, dude? We're flying Ultralights today. I'm pretty excited because I got to fly these for a while, a few years back, and they are super fun. How you doing today? All right, let's taxi down and take off and go to our next airport. Sounds like an out-of-balance washing machine. That is a good way of putting it. Thanks for the like, Rudiger. I appreciate it. Let's go to a notch of flaps. Let's taxi ourselves down the runway. Yeah, this one is definitely not the purr of a 2-cycle. This sounds like a 4-stroke motor for some reason. A very sickly 4-stroke motor. You know what's crazy about ultralights? Watch this. You could literally, with almost no runway, you can just be in the air almost instantly. You could take off like in 50 feet. Nice day out, going good. That's awesome, Jeremiah. I am happy to hear that, sir. Looks and sounds epic. Dude, it's pretty crazy. So the QuickSilver MXL 2 is the ultralight that I took lessons in. And this is what we used to do right here. We would literally just float through the cornfields like this right here and just fly along. It was so much fun, guys. Oh my goodness. We would fly along cornfields and just float along the treetops and hop from airport to airport. Hey, what's up, Marcus? How's it going? Hope you're having a good morning today. We're just flying an ultralight. I want to buy one of these things. I want to sell my motorcycle and get an ultralight. It's a motorcycle with wings. Do a loop. Oh, boy. I know that some ultralights are rated to be able to do aerobatics. Maybe we'll try that out. Let's see. This looks so fun. It would be fun in the British countryside. I know, dude, right? These are kind of similar to how paramotors, these are faster than a paramotor in most cases, but yeah, where you can just kind of float along and do your thing. I mean, you can literally just chop the power, nose this thing down, and land almost anywhere. This would look so fun. Yeah, dude, I'm telling ya. The crazy part, though, is if you get a little bit of a headwind, I mean, they're not super fast. This one here, this model, the Aerolite, will do about 65 or 70 miles per hour. So if you get a little bit of a headwind, you're not going to be going anywhere fast, but it's just all about the fun of being up there. I actually, when I was flying the QuickSilver, there were times when cars were outrunning us. It was kind of crazy. All right, let's see where our next thing on the map is to go. There's Miller. Go back to Barber, and then we're going to fly over and make this big, huge course all the way around. We're going to fly over towards a couple other little private runways. Hey, what's up, Venom? Let Peter Streeple build the plane for you. I know, right? Don't look down. Oh, that's the best part, Hypebot. That's absolutely the best part. Alright, so we're going to fly over here to a little private runway. Just hop around to some grass airfields and fly above the trees today. It's super fun. So what's everybody up to on a Tuesday? I got some work done this morning and streaming for lunchtime. I ended up getting this little ultralight last night after stream was over, and And I flew for 3 more hours after stream was over, just putzing around looking at stuff. It was so much fun. Never did the adverse weather conditions. We will do that tonight on stream. We'll go back to some of those places and do them in thunderstorms. See if put my piloting skills to the test for real. Oh, looks like I got a tripod in my camera view there. There we go. This is slow flying here, guys. There's definitely not much going on in the way of speed when you're in one of these guys. But man, is it fun. Ranging anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 on the cheap to about 20,000. A day of 3D printing, having to isolate, trying to find things to occupy time. Oh yeah, dude, that's gotta be rough, man, not gonna lie. Dude, check this out. This is so good. This is what flying's all about, guys, right here. Having your feet off the ground, just looking around. Yeah, Benham, that's not fun, bro. I wish you all the luck in trying to figure that out. Man, you're going to get bored real quick after a couple more days. Hey, Absolute Lunatic on Twitch, thanks so much for following. We're just flying some Ultralights today. Doing a little fun flying, just kind of putzing around from little grass field to grass field where I learned to fly, and just having some fun today. Getting out of the bigger, faster general aviation aircraft and into something we can just go look at stuff in, you know what I mean? Hope you're having an awesome day. Flying my lawn chair with wings. So frustrating, the whole family testing negative other than myself. Yeah, you know what's kind of crazy? And I'll only say just a minute about this. I've been a radio-controlled airplane builder for a number of years. Is this a paraglider with wings? It basically is. These are the same type of Rotax motors they use on paragliders. And so it's basically the same exact thing. It's just it's a kite with a motor, basically. It's a lawn chair with wings. So anyway, I've been radio-controlled airplane building for a number of years, and I was reading on the back of a Clorox wipes bottle that I had used to put old X-Acto knife blades in. Whenever you get done with them, you don't want to leave those laying around. So I would put them inside of an old thing so you don't cut your hands on them, right? And then if I throw them away, I can tape the lid shut, and then the trash guy doesn't cut his hands on them. So, you know, we try to be conscious. So, where are you going to land? Everywhere. So, this airport up ahead is the airport I learned to fly in, so we're going to pop a landing in there. Then we're going to pop over and land at some private runways. We're just playing around in the Ultralight today. Absolute Lunatic, I learned to fly one of these guys when I was learning to fly regular general aviation aircraft. And this is the most fun flying I ever had in real life. It was so cool. It's literally just a kite with a motor, and you just float around up above the trees, and it's so fun. It's like being on a motorcycle in the sky. So we're just going to putz around and hang out today, and then tonight we'll get back into the Cirrus and the Piper Cubs and some of the other Cessna and general aviation aircraft. Do some more landing challenges. So anyway, Benham, on the back of my Clorox bottle, it says that Clorox wipes kill all types of SARS, S2, coronavirus, all that stuff. Coronavirus on a bottle from 2013 that I've had on my workbench. So the coronavirus is part of the common cold family, and the common cold family is in the family of coronaviruses, which means it can throw a positive test if you have a cold. So I haven't put a ton of stock into some of this stuff. Just been kind of chilling out, seeing how it pans out. You know what I mean? So now I'm going to take off over here, and I'm going to fly. I don't live down here anymore, but this is a private little runway. This is the airport I learned to fly in, right behind us. Little grass strip. Now we're going to fly over to a private runway. This is home of where I used to fly radio-controlled airplanes. Pretty fun. So yeah, just a chill stream today. Totally agree, some skepticism. Yeah, it's just hard not to be skeptical when there's so much different. I'm not going to say misinformation, but there's so much just different. Everybody has an opinion. The news has different things that they're putting out. The researchers have different things that they're putting out. It's very difficult to try to formulate any type of truth because there's 50 different things coming at you from 50 different directions. So, yeah, but anyway, I wish you luck with all of your... Hey, let's have a short call after lunch session, please. I will try, Rudiger. I have a couple things I've got to get done right after lunch, but I will try to give you a buzz for a couple minutes. So we'll see how this goes here. Land at Turn Bay Maypole Airport. Where's that at, Absolute? If you can give me an airport code, Absolute, I would be glad to. We took off from there yesterday. Which one was that, Hypebot? Yeah, that's cool, Rudiger. I can give you a buzz if we can keep it to a short thing so I can get back to work. Oh, was that the one near Matson or Maston, Hypebot? Oh my gosh, guys, I love this thing. This is so much fun. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can do that again today. Give me a few minutes, Absolute. I'm going to pop around to a couple of these little airports, and then I will jump over and do that one for you. I think Rick said it earlier. This thing sounds like a washing machine with... that's out of balance. That was a great way to put it. I thought I heard the motor of another airplane. Is somebody stream sniping me here? I hope so. That would be amazing. Alright, so let's fly over here to the next little airport that I'm going to land at. So I learned to fly radio-controlled airplanes at this field. This is my friend's house. And they have a runway there they used to fly out of, but it's kind of short now. About the only thing that can get in and out of there now is I started pricing some of these out and looking for one online, and I found a number of options, actually. Kind of cool. Very, very, very seriously considering getting one of these things to fly around in. It would be really fun to make YouTube videos. That's on my list, Rudiger. I got that in the GPS, and we're actually going to fly there in this little bird here today, so... hopping around from all these different airports. And we'll power back, set ourselves up on a nice little approach here. We're going to shoot right into the airport I learned to fly RC in. Look at this. Here we go, guys. Coming in. Drop a notch of flaps. And slow this bird down. So this is a little runway right here. I used to live in this house right here to the left on the property years ago. And this was the hangar on the left-hand side where the Taylorcraft actually used to stay. Rudiger knows whose house I'm talking about. What's your AGL? I'm cruising around, honestly, Rudiger, at like a couple hundred feet. Can you just land in fields? Yeah, you can. It's pretty crazy. But this is actually a runway that at my friend's house. We fly radio-controlled airplanes here, and I used to live in the house that's right there, dead ahead, years ago. I don't live down there anymore, but that's where I used to live. And this little red building on the left was the hangar for the airplane. That was our barn. Pretty fun. Alright, let's go to another little private little airport. Retract landing gear after takeoff. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. So when we used to fly out of Barber, which was the airport I learned to fly in, where we took off a minute ago, right over there, 2.57 nautical miles, this little airport over here is kind of a fun little airport to have as an emergency place. If we ever had an engine out, we could ditch into this little guy's airport. Little private runway. He had a Zenith, I believe, and a couple other experimental aircrafts. Look out for RC traffic. I know, dude. Pretty crazy. But yeah, so Hypebot, if you want to land in a field, watch this. Just pull the power back, drop your flaps, drop your nose. You can literally fly in anywhere you want. Pretty cool. You'll have to do a fun flight over Davis Mountain Air Base. That'd be fun. What a view that will be. Yeah, I'll check that out. Where's that located at, Venom? So this is what it looks like to ride an ultralight. Yes, Wrangler Girl, it's the most fun thing ever. Like, look at this. You can literally look down between your feet and just see the ground. It's so fun. But look, you're literally going at like a walking speed. It's just super fun. So you can land anywhere. Arizona. Okay. I did Area 51, and it was kind of not that fun. So Ultralights, Wrangler Girl, are very slow and you just float around. This is about as, you know, you're just going super slow. So when I get mine, I'll take you for a ride. South Kolb Road. That's kind of fitting, because Kolb is actually the name of an ultralight company. It's a military aircraft boneyard. Oh, I know where you're talking about. I've seen pictures of that. All right, let's see if Ultralights can do a loop. Rudiger is over on Facebook waving to Wrangler Girl on Twitch, so I'm going to relay that message because I don't know if she can see it. She doesn't have Facebook anymore. Alright, let's get ourselves a little bit of airspeed here, guys, and see if we can pull off a loop. Nope, not going to do it, guys. Not gonna do a loop. Maybe a slight little wing over or something. Don't crash me. There we go. Yeah, not gonna get a loop in this one. I don't think there's enough aileron roll. That's like full aileron roll. I don't think there's enough to do a roll either. Ultralights aren't really what you would call an aerobatic aircraft. Slow, yes, that's the point, Rudiger. You're supposed to just get up here and cruise around. It's the point to be slow, yo. So this right here was a guy's little airstrip. Yo-yo time. Oh, maybe in a little bit. Maybe tonight on our Tonight stream. Girl just brought me lunch, Rudiger. She's the best. So yeah, this is the type of flying you do in an ultralight right here. Fly down over the water. Dude, I don't know if you guys are enjoying this, but I certainly am, I'm not gonna lie. This is the most fun in the world. Did you ever go really close to the water? Yes, I did. When we used to fly the QuickSilver, I would go really close to the water, like this. And then I would also go down over cornfields, and I could literally reach down and darn near touch the corn. We were so low. So yeah, pretty fun stuff. Okay, so here's a little runway right here. that we would use to ditch if we ever had to come get back to the airport. If we couldn't make it back to the airport, this guy had a little private runway right here, so we're gonna land here. Wow, the controls are so slow on this thing. Alright, let's butter the bread, guys. Here we go. Sit her right down. We'll just do a nice little touch and go. Look at that. There we go. Time to dust off the extra and shoot some gaps inverted. I did that last night, actually, Rudiger. After you jumped off, we were flying upside down all over the UK. We were flying, where else did we go? We flew, I flew inverted underneath the Eiffel Tower last night. You'll have to go check it out. I think someone clipped the Eiffel Tower, so you may find that there. Sunset Strip was another airport that I used to fly to for practice. And sometimes we would fly from Barbers over to Sunset, and everyone would have a fly-in there, and we would eat pancakes for breakfast. It was pretty cool. They had like pancake fly-ins. There was a cool little community around, you know, slow-flying little aircraft like this. It was so fun, guys, in those days. So here's to hoping I can get a few of my friends to buy these with me. And we can re-establish our own new little crew, you know? So you can imagine if you put yourself into the cockpit of one of these, it's, when you look at a A320 and you're 30,000 feet up in the air, the ground doesn't look like it's going any faster than it is to do this. So I don't feel bad floating around at 20 miles an hour across the tops of the trees, because when you're in an A320 at 37,000 feet, it kind of looks the same as this, only we get to look at all the stuff on the ground down here. Let's shoot some gaps here before we land into sunset. Let's fly over this little field right there. So, you know, this is what you got to watch for. You see that tower right there? In real life, when you're flying ultralights low like this, you got to really watch for wires. You see, like, you can't see them until you're right up on top of them. So you got to be really careful, especially stretching out through them fields. You got to know where you're going or stuff like that. Get a dose of man flying instead of stoling around. Hey, you know what? This is man flying when you're in one for real. It's a blast. I gotta be honest, I've flown in so many different kinds of aircraft, and I've even flown in a helicopter, and took a helicopter lesson in a Bell 47, and the most fun I've ever had flying, hands down without question, is one of these. Emergency landing. Alright, engine's cut. We've lost our engine. Look at this. Look how easy, guys. Drop some flaps. I didn't shut my engine off because I don't know where the motor switch is. But that's how easy it would be to make an emergency landing. And look, this thing will land itself. They're so fun. But Rudiger, I'm not kidding you, dude. This is the most fun I have ever had flying was in an ultralight. I love to pick on you. Oh, I know you do. It's all good, sir. It does, dude. I'm telling you, it is the most fun flying I've ever done. The one crazy thing about an ultralight, though, that I had to get really used to was when you're coming in on final approach, you can't float it down level like you can a general aviation aircraft or some of the bigger airplanes, because there's a lot of parasitic drag with all the wind coming into the flying wires and all the bars and everything. It just causes a lot of drag. So watch, when you're coming in on final, you can't float down like this way. You actually have to dive the nose down like this as you're coming in, to keep your airspeed up, and then when you get down towards the ground, see, like, you gotta dive all the way down. All the way down, all the way down. And right here is where you lift the nose and just kind of float it in for a landing and let it stall. Because otherwise, you'll stall out too quickly. Look at that landing, guys. Are you kidding me right now? So, flying an ultralight is definitely different characteristics. High up engine cut. All right, let's try it. We'll head towards our next location, which is going to be a 90 and head south. We're going to go down to Yoder Airfield. I actually never landed there when I was flying, so let's go check that out. But let's go and do a high up, and then I'll look up and see if I can find my kill switch to my engine. Master ignition, alternator. I don't think these have alternators last that I knew, but okay. All right, let's climb high. Let's get on to our heading here. Oh yeah, we need to make a 90 to the right here. And then we'll chop the engine and shut it off. See if we can find ourselves a field. Emergency procedures. I bought emergency procedures. Alright, let's climb. I'm gonna stall this poor little thing if I'm not careful. Not really the performance that you would think of in a real airplane, that's for sure. Try to climb at a 500 feet per minute climb rate. And do something responsible. We're not stalling down. Did you have any emergencies when you flew? I did. I was flying in the Piper Tri-Pacer heading home from just taking pictures out not far from where I'm flying in this right now. And Barber was over by those lakes over there. You see those flashing lights just above my tail? That's where my home airport was. And I had, all of a sudden, and the Tri-Pacer's a 4-seater airplane with radios. Like, you could land at a controlled airport with that. And I had an exhaust gasket go bad. I didn't know that's what it was at the time. But we had an exhaust gasket go bad, and the whole airplane just started shaking. So I powered back, and it smoothed out. And then I powered back again, and it smoothed. I gave it throttle, and it started doing this again. So finally, I powered it up above where it was shaking, and it smoothed out. So I turned and just made a beeline for the airport. And when I got down on the ground, my engine was literally starting to catch fire. The exhaust gasket blew out around the manifold where the exhaust head pipe attaches to the block of the motor, and fire was shooting out of that. So we replaced the exhaust gasket, and it was fine, but had I had to fly another 5 or 10 minutes, I would have been on fire. I would have had to ditch the field. All right, so let's find ourselves, let's look at what we are for altitude here. Okay, so we're at 2,500 feet, maybe close to 3,000. Yeah, we're 2,500 feet right now, climbing 500 feet a minute. So let's look up, and we're going to lose a motor, guys, right here. Ignition off. There it is. We've lost our motor. Okay, so here we are. So the first thing you want to do is you want to look for a place to land. Look for something nice and straight. And that one right over there to the right looks like a nice final approach for me. So I'm going to keep my nose down. That's the thing. If you look at the airspeed indicator, you want to maintain airspeed. Everyone wants to go like this and pull way up. And watch what's going to happen when you pull way up. It's going to just go, and it's just going to fall out because the airplane wants to get speed, because otherwise there's not enough air moving over the wing. So you have to keep your airspeed in a situation like this, or you will not make it. So here's a place we could land right here. We could land basically anywhere we want. So let's go ahead and this is nice and big. This will give us a long approach. Let's go ahead and drop a notch of flaps since we think we can land right here. And let's just bring this bird right in. We'll drop a second notch of flaps, and we're going to make this runway real nice. I'm going to steer right out through here and shoot ourselves an approach like a 747. Look at that. So, I mean, with ultralights, let's hope the farmer doesn't come out with his pitchfork. I know, right? With ultralights, I mean, look at this. Everywhere is a landing space for an ultralight. Like, you can put these things down safely almost anywhere. The only thing you got to watch for is sometimes there's electric wires going out across places like this. But, like, look at that, guys. Buttered the bread. So, ultralights are really safe. The other cool thing about an ultralight, check this out. There's what's called a ballistic parachute. So, this little guy right here, this is a ballistic parachute that is mounted to the airframe. I reckon a 747 could land there. Right. Like, you can literally just put down anywhere you want. So if you really got into a position that was bad, like say your propeller blew apart and took out your you know, did something to your tail surfaces or, you know, something like that, which rarely if ever happens, you could blow this parachute out. It'll come up above your whole airframe, and then you just float you and your airplane down safely. So you've got 2 chances at life, guys, which is pretty cool. All right, so now let's get back to our view. Let's start this bird back up. Okay, let's turn the ignition switch to on. I wish I had a better view of this. Master ignition switch on. And engine start. Hey, what's up, Augusto? Thanks for liking my stream. We're flying ultralights today, Augusto, and it is super fun. Going back to my my old days of flying, I got to fly in one of these for real, and so super, super cool. All right, let's just take back off out of this little farm field here. Bounce ourselves into the air. There we go. You can take off in an ultralight in 50 to 75 feet, depending on what kind of motor you have. So they're pretty darn cool. All right, Yoder Airfield. There was a guy who owned a Taylor craft, really pretty Taylor craft. We had this little field over here, and I flew over a few times, but I never actually landed there. So let's go over here and check this one out. And I was telling everybody earlier, it's so funny because when you're flying in an A320 at flight level 37, the ground is barely moving. And when you're flying in an ultralight 50 feet off the ground, going 40 miles per hour, the ground is barely moving. Only there's one difference. We get scenery down there. We get to see stuff while we're flying around. But they're all fun. I do want to get into the A320. I finally went to flightsim.to, and I was tooling around there this morning. I think I'm ready to start getting into some liveries and some different things. I want to download the A320's the fly-by-wire mod that I saw on there. So there's a few things I want to get on there that I think would be super fun. So I would like to be able to learn to fly the A320, because at one point I want to do what everybody else is doing and learn to do those around the world challenges, you know what I mean? Alright, so our vertical speed indicator shows us at nice and level. Let's float on over here to this little airport. I'm going to eat some salad while we're flying along. It is lunchtime live after all. It's the only way to fly right here, Wrangler Girl. Look at that. So cool, guys. Hey, what's up, sir? Check this out, dude. I flew a real one of these a long time ago, and I want to sell my motorcycle and buy one. How you doing today, man? I reckon you'd look good in the 747. Yeah, I imagine. I've never tried the 747 though. So I'm just floating around at think I'd rather have a motorcycle. Oh, I don't know, dude. There's something about floating around flying that's just pretty darn fun. And ain't no worrying about getting hit by somebody texting while driving up here. You know what I'm saying? What do you think, Wrangler Girl? If we were floating along right here, nice and low, right? And we're going 40 miles per hour, and we're just floating along, and everybody texting while driving is down there, right? Nobody can hit us up here. Maybe a bird, but that really wouldn't hurt nothing. I think we're good. Alright, let's go see what this airfield, well, like I said, I flew over this airfield a few times. The ground could hit you. Yeah, but here, did you just come in, sir? Eating lunch while flying? Heck yeah! So a friend of mine named Tucker Gott, if you go check his YouTube channel out, he's a paramotor pilot, and he's like, he flies on an aerobatic team and all this stuff. He's really good. But like, sir, watch this. Yeah, I just got in. Okay, so watch this. This is what happens in an ultralight. Oh no. We've lost our motor. Oh no. Our engine has shut off. Whatever will we do? I know what we will do. We will look around here to all these places to land. And we will drop our flaps. Drop our nose. And we will just put a landing down right over here. Look at this. Oh, man. This is doggone beautiful. So you can literally put down... You know, now it depends on where you're flying, obviously. If you're flying out over the Rocky Mountains, you're not going to be able to put down like this as easily. But, like, I'm flying with no motor. And literally, you just glide in like a paper airplane, man. Look at this. Boom. I would worried about rough Canadian goose getting too close for a rogue Canadian goose. Right, right. That could be a problem. But you know what? Rogue groundhogs going across the road on a motorcycle doing 90, that'll leave you hurting. And quite frankly, most Canadian gooses, to be totally upfront with you, will stay the heck away from these things because they don't like the noise. Let's go! Flaps up. Yeah, that would be something. It's like I said, I know a number of folks who fly these and nobody's ever gotten hit by a goose that I know. Alright, let's fly over here to this little airport that I said I'd never been to before. I'm not sure what this building is, because I promise you, that building does not exist in real life. So that's definitely a glitch in the Bing Maps Matrix. So I know there's a difference between the engine being on and off, so I'll know when there's an issue. Right. Hey, what's up, Jose? How's it going? How's Brazil treating you today? Is it hot down there? And if it is, can you send some of that here to us, please? Although it is nice and sunny and pretty warm here today, so we're not complaining. It's hot in the UK. Nice! I'm ready for summer, guys. I'm kind of tired of this. It's 67 degrees in Tennessee right now. Right! Yeah, I think we're in the low 60s here today, sir. I'm super happy about it. I'm going to go out and go for a mountain bike ride later this afternoon. Ride to Starbucks and get some coffee. Alright, let's see what we got here in this little town. Rudiger, we got Fury coming up on the list here pretty quick. If you're still here. I'd fly in formation with my right wing on your... Yeah, heck yeah, dude. So yeah, Surf, I'm really considering getting one of these and getting Wrangler Girl in one of these things with me. I took Wrangler Girl flying when we first started dating, but Steelhead was telling me that she only did that to impress me. And now that we've been married for 16 years, she doesn't have to do things to impress me anymore. Okay, this is cool. Like I said, I've flown over this little airport, but never really landed here before. Let's land here now, shall we? Oh, look at that. We're on the ground. You couldn't even tell. I really wouldn't mind it, but I'll have to stay low. Yeah, it's not bad, honestly. You just kind of climb around and just float around. It's literally like riding the motorcycle, and there's no fear whatsoever of getting smashed. So, this is the cool part. Look at this. When you take off, you're literally going 18 miles an hour when you lift up. Look at that. Nice and gentle, Wrangler Girl. Nothing to be afeared of. And you take off with barely any room. Yeah, watch this. That road right there, we're going to use that as a runway. Watch this. Here, let's just drop her back down. We've had an engine out on takeoff, guys, and we're still going to be able to bring this thing back down to the ground and land it. Look at that. These things are so versatile. They're so safe if you're a good pilot. That's the thing. You can't be up there acting silly, but if you're a decent pilot and have experience and understand aircraft, you can fly these things like crazy. You could probably take off vertically if you had a strong enough headwind. I know, right? Here, so let's go see if we can take off on that little road and clear the obstacle at the end. Hypebot's got all the cool ideas. Alright, here we go. And it's even uphill. So that'll make it even harder. Alright, so we're gonna do a full stop. Actually, let's see what we got up here. we're driving our airplane on the road. See, Surf? It is a motorcycle. It's both. Go up here and see what we got, guys. Let's explore. Ooh, that looks like a short little road. And there's trees at the end. Maybe we'll use that one. Do you have a license plate, sir? License and registration, please. That's hilarious, dude. Alright, so look at this. I'd say that if we took off and started right here, we'll be in the air before we hit even the little tree that's right there. That's my guess. If you could only unlock an Ultralight in Forza, dude, that'd be like some GTA material. All right, so look at this. This is our point. We're gonna try to be in the air by the time we hit this little tree right there. So here's how you do that. We're gonna put a notch of flaps, which is going to make our wing a little more efficient for lift. Okay. And then right here is where we're going to try to get in the air by that road. So now we're going to power up with the brakes all the way on. Okay. Neighbors are wondering if it's time to pack the leaf blower. Here we go. Let's full on. Engine up. Flaps are down. Let off the brakes. Hold the nose down. Let's see if we can do it. Come on, guys. Come on. Can we get in the air by the road? We are in the air by the road. Look at that. That was like 40 feet, guys. Pretty crazy. Oh, no, I stalled it. Ah, come on. That feels bad, guys. All right, so maybe I was a little ahead of myself there. Right? I'm I'm glad that my failures can bring laughter to everyone in the stream. Boo! I know, Rudiger. Boo is right. Alright, now we're going to go to the main menu, and we're going to start there. We're doing that again. You guys do realize I am not a quitter. We're trying it again. Alright. Let's go. World map. Okay. There we go. Set as departure. Get off of the yoke, pilot school. Psh, right? Get off of the yoke, fool. That was kind of a travesty, I'm not gonna lie. I may have gotten a little over presumptuous. I should have dropped my flaps. You know what? We'll try a flaps off takeoff. It'll keep my speed higher. Don't you worry, officer. We know exactly what we're doing. Hey, I got another Aerolite 103 guy right there. Alchemist Druid. Maybe we can go fly some formation with him. What are you eating? I am eating grilled chicken a la Wrangler Girl. She grilled me up some chicken. A salad with shredded cheddar cheese and French dressing and a bed of brown rice. Long grain, organic. Steamed to perfection. Wrangler Girl takes care of me in the food department. That is no joke. Yoder traffic, Aerolite 103, 57 Echo, departing runway road. Hey, texting while driving, what are you doing, bro? If you don't like the way I fly, get off the road. Seems like a better in-flight meal than most of the ones I've gotten. A little bag of peanuts. I know, right? And some dirt water coffee out of a machine that hasn't been cleaned in 1,000 years. Alright, so let's get back up to the top of this road here. We're gonna do this again. See, you can have just as much fun. You get off the road, you're a plane with no insurance, and you don't even have to pay road tax. I know, right? No tolls for me. Alright, let's crest the top of the hill. Okay, let's try this again. Alright, brakes. We're gonna leave flaps off this time. We're gonna do a full power run up. Okay. Full power run up, brakes off, and action. Now let's hold her down on the ground just a little bit, and right when we get to that tree, we're gonna pull up. Okay, we're in the air. Okay, we got this, and we're gonna keep our nose down a little bit for some speed. Oh, we're gonna do it, guys. There it is. Like James Bond escaping with criminals chasing me. Dude, I knew we'd get it. So yes, Hypebot, you can take off on some pretty short little streets. Here, let's see if we can shoot a landing. Can we land on this street and stop before we hit the end? I think we can. Let's go! See, the Airbus guys aren't the only ones having fun in Flight Simulator 2020. I want to live in like one of those little... Oh, there's the Aerolite guy. Let's go get him. Let's go see if we can catch him. Fly some formation with another guy in an Aerolite. Here we go. Alright, let's lift this baby off. Come on, baby. Come on, get in the air. Nose down. Keep your speed. There he is. Let's go get him, guys. Oh yeah, we're gonna fly some formation with another Aerolite 103. Here we go. Oh, this is baller. We're really doing it, Harry. We're going to Aspen. Just don't crash again. I know. I'm trying, Rudiger. I'm trying. Look at this, dude. We're really doing it, Harry. We made a friend, guys. What's up, riding Fred? Push the yoke forward and then backwards to see if it'll auto-stall. Nah, I want to try to fly formation with this guy for a minute. What's up, bro? We're flying ultralights together. We made friends up here in the sky. Look at this. Where are we going? Let's see if we can tuck right in under his wing like Top Gun. Where'd he go? Where'd our friend go? Oh, there he is, right there. Ah, we made friends, Wrangler girl. Look at this. Maybe it's one of your old friends. I know, seriously. Just flying in this area, I might even know this guy. This is so fun. Can you imagine? Get in front of him and wave your wings. Okay, let's try it. I wonder if it's a bot. Because I know there's AI in this game. I'll bet you it is. But it's still fun to get to practice flying formation, though. That's pretty cool. I'm so close to him. There he is. I was gonna say, I'm so close to him, he's disappearing. Alright, friends. We bid you adieu. We're heading to the next airport. You have a cute doggo. Yeah, we got 4 cute dogs. We have 2 Rottweilers and 2 Pit Bulls. And they're the sweetest things ever. We love our doggies, for sure. So yeah, we got 4 big old dogs in our house. Our Rottweilers aren't purebreds, they're mixed. And one of our Pit Bulls is mixed with a Black Lab, but then we have one of our Pit Bulls is a purebred. Alright, let's go to Fury Field. Some of you guys know where that is. KTSO, so I think Fury is one of these. I don't remember. Let's just fly this direction here, and we'll just run right down towards it. Buzz Flight Fest. That's what we're gonna do, Rudiger. We're buzzing Flight Fest. Look at that, I'm going 60 miles an hour in this hog. $65 miles an hour. I wonder if we can do a loop now. Nope. Full-on stall. Not getting a loop in one of these bad boys, Rudiger. I tried, bro. I really tried. I got 70 miles an hour out of her, though. I'm going to start on my IFR training on Microsoft Flight Sim Revision update. My Wi-Fi is garbage. Oh, Donovan, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm going to do some more of the IFR training tonight. We're going to land in some thunderstorms into some of those landing challenges this time around. Today, at lunchtime, we're just floating around in an ultralight, just trying to have a little bit of fun. I don't know if you were here. I was telling everybody earlier, I flew in one of these in real life. I got about 18, almost 20 hours of flight instruction. So stinking cool. Turn up your rates. I know, right? I should be flying this with my DX8. Then I'd really be like Peter Streeple. Yes. They have single seats and double seats, so I flew the MXL2 with the instructor. And then this is like the Aerolites, and then they have QuickSilver MXLs, which are single seats, and the MXL Sport, and some of those. So, yeah, pretty fun stuff. There's Flight Fest, Rudiger, 4.9 miles away. See, I don't care what anybody says. Traveling like this, you're still outrunning a car. When you're doing 60 miles an hour across the land like this, you're still outrunning a car. I would so pack this thing up with a tent and some fun things and literally just go do a cross country somewhere. Wouldn't even care. My buddy Tucker did that in a parachute. Backpack motor, parachute, and flew places and traveled all the way across like the whole United States. It was super fun. And he documented it on his YouTube channel, which was also really cool. See, there you go. You couldn't see that up above, and look at that. There's a wire tower right there. Flying low is definitely something you got to be careful about if you're flying powered parachutes and ultralights. Alright, Rudiger, we're doing it. We're buzzing Flight Fest. Make sure your seat backs are in the upright position and your tray tables are stowed and locked. Let's go. Crush the soybeans. I know, I gotta make sure I'm not damaging the crops. Hey Rudiger, I got to do something really cool over here. Mr. Fury actually flew his RV and he turned the smoke system on and I chased him. We had radio contact with him and I chased him down the runway kind of off to the side at a 45 with the Inspire. It was super fun. I got some really cool footage of him with the smoke on. It was awesome. Yeah, like one of the things I think I'm going to do if I get one of these, or should I say when, I'm going to put Tundra tires on it. That way if I want to land in fields, I have big old tires that I can just kind of roll around on anything, you know what I mean? I think this would be the most fun thing in the world, to be able to put my wife or my daughter in one of these, just fly around, go somewhere. Head to a pancake breakfast somewhere. What color was yours? I flew another person's. I didn't have one, but it was blue and purple. Are you talking about the Ultralight hype bot that I learned in? It was blue and purple. Tires bigger than the pilot seat. I know, right? Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was mostly navy blue and had like some purple stripes on the wings. It was pretty sweet looking. It's funny, Rudiger, because I've actually rode my motorcycle to Flight Fest a bunch of times. And so you ride on this road that's below me to get out there. Pretty cool. Because it's like the only main road into the town where this place is. My girls are taking dogs for walks, and so some of the dogs, they can only walk 2 at a time, so the other 2 are sitting here going, what the heck? And they're getting upset. So if you hear barking in the background, that's why. I think what I'm going to do is turn off AI and turn on only real pilots. That way we know who's real and who's not. Alright, here we go. We're going to buzz Flight Fest. Heck, we're gonna land at Flight Fest, Rudiger. So, wir fliegen die ganzen Tag und endlich, wir sind hier. So, I was fortunate enough, because I do video production work, to be on the ground floor of a startup called Flight Test. It's F-L-I-T-E and then T-E-S-T. If you look it up on YouTube, we started the company. The guy who owned it asked me, you know, if I wanted to be part of it, and I said, yeah. And man, I brought some of my friends in. So the guy who became the star of the show, Josh, was a friend of mine since we were kids. So I brought him to the table, and we all kind of started filming in a garage with a DSLR camera. And we made a show about radio-controlled airplanes, and then eventually when drones became a thing, it was drones. This was like 2009. So it ended up becoming like a $15 or $20 million a year company, and has millions of followers on YouTube, and pretty big deal. So it was fun. I used to be on the show back in like 2013 to 2016, and then I started flying drones for movies, and so I couldn't be part of both, so I quit doing Flight Test and started flying on movies. So yeah, so this here is the airport where we have a big flying, it's like a fly-in every year, where people from literally all over the world come to hang out. There's a friend of mine from Norway that I made through being here. And so we would line this entire runway right here with tents, and then where it's brown right over there to that side is a field we would fly the radio-controlled airplanes on and off of. And I'm serious, I mean, we'd have a couple thousand people come in from all over the world. So it was pretty fun. So yeah, if you get a chance, check out Flight Test on YouTube. If you type in Flight Test Inspire 1, you'll see an episode that I was in, and it was one of the first ones that hit 1 million views on the channel. Pretty cool stuff. Alright, so let's take off from here. There you go, Rudiger. So Minerva Airport is one of the airports I used to fly out of. And then there's a golf course over here that Flight Test actually bought to make their home headquarters now. Let's see if we can find it. I had a hard time finding it before. Love, love, love. Heck yeah, dude. Let's go. Oh, thanks for 200 stars. Dang. Thanks so much, Rudiger. Bro, I love you, man. You're awesome. You're so cool, dude. That was so nice of you. I appreciate that. 200 stars. Let's go. Star love in the chats for Mr. Rudiger. So this little airport here I used to fly out of all the time. So when I buy my Ultralight, guys, this is what I'm going to do with it. I am going to float around with GoPros all over my wings. And then I'm going to make my YouTube videos out of my Ultralight flying. And then I'm going to stream. And I'm going to tell you what, if I can get good enough 4G, the GoPro Hero 9 will actually stream live from the GoPro. How stinking cool would it be to have my phone, because you're so low you can get 4G service. I mean, you're barely as high as the cell phone towers. I could literally stream live from my GoPro to my channel as I was flying around. Oh, dude. Are you kidding me, guys? How amazing would that be? And then I could have my phone mounted, like, on my knee, on one of them little strap things, and I could respond to comments right in there. Yeah. That needs to happen, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me on a lunchtime live. I'm going to land here at the Minerva Airport and probably head back to work here. And then tonight, we're going to do some more IFR flight training. We're going to land some landing challenges with weather this time. See if I can land a Cirrus into some of these crazy places with some thunderstorms. You guys just want to see me crash. I know what's up. I'm going to get on probably about 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll fly the 747 tonight. I've never even been in that one yet, so that'll be an experience. About 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Donovan, is when I usually come on. I'm in the East Coast. I'm in Ohio, so right now it is 2 p.m. So at 8 p.m. my time is when I usually go live. So I will see you guys at 8 p.m. tonight. Right now it's 2 p.m. right in the afternoon. So that would be 1400 hours military time, I believe. Oh, hey, Rudiger, real quick, let's see if we can find the golf course before we land here at Minerva. It was just north of the airport here. Okay, Donovan, thanks for hanging out today. I appreciate it. I will see you guys tonight, for sure. Alright, so we're going to overfly the field where I used to land and fly out of here. And we're going to see if we can find Flight Test Headquarters. Right down below us is the hangars where I used to keep the... We used to keep the airplane. We would taxi right down here and take off. And here was the hangar right here on the end of this one that we kept the Taylorcraft in. He had multiple Taylorcrafts, and so we kept one at Minerva, one at Barber's, and a Tri-Pacer at Miller. So we had different hangars in different places. Hey Rudiger, if I can find this place here again, we'll land here in the Ultralight. I think it was right up here. One of the guys who's part of the Flying Cowboys Kit Fox Flyers landed here. Alright, so I think this is it, right here off my left wingtip. Yeah, that's it right there. That little white spot right here, I believe, is Flight Test Headquarters. So we should be able to shoot a landing right here. Yep, we should be able to come right down in here between these trees, if I remember correctly. Yep, right here. There we are, guys. We have landed at Flight Test Headquarters. Look at that. There you go, Rudiger. What do you think of that? Bro, I try. Thanks, Sitebot. Drop an egg on Josh's car. Right? I'm sure he would love that. Alright, let's taxi back out, get out of here, land at Minerva, and call this a day. So right where my airplane is sitting, there's a place right there in that little thing just above the river where they used to have weddings on this golf course before it became, how did they get this game so good? I know, dude, seriously. They used to have, like, right where I'm sitting, right here, just over top of the river, there was a place where they would have weddings. And I actually filmed a wedding here years ago, before Flight Test bought this place. Alright, here we go. Right here's the same runway where the Flying Cowboys guy landed his kit box. Pretty sketch, not gonna lie. Alright, there we go. We're going to fly over here to Minerva, shoot ourselves a landing. And I'm going to go finish the rest of my lunch and get some more work done today. Rudiger, I will give you a buzz for a couple minutes as soon as I'm done here. I'm even going to taxi right up to the hangar where we used to keep the airplane. So cool. I love this, guys. I literally could just do this every day, all day. I can't wait to do it in real life again. This is going to be so much fun. I hope that the streaming technology is good enough that I can stream my flights real life. That would be absolutely amazing. Keep the power in and fly down the runway just a little bit so I don't have to taxi as far on the ground. Butter the bread, guys. Look at that. Look at it. I'm telling you, P-R-O-fessional. This hangar back here is the one where we kept our airplane, right here. It looks like a house, but it's actually a hangar, I promise. There we go, guys. Master switch off. We did it! That was pretty fun. Well, guys, I appreciate it. As always, thanks so much for hanging out at the coffee house with me today. Tonight, we will do some really fun things, and I will see you guys back here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You all have an amazing day, and I will see you soon. Peace out, and all that stuff.